Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Obviously I'm wearing the same thing. I just filmed my lash tutorial, so you guys will be seeing that video first. So this is the same day, just so all of you know. So this video was also requested, just like the lash was. I asked you guys on my social media if you wanted to see my lashes. And then I actually had somebody request me to do a hair tutorial on how I curl my hair. Shout out to you, Vicky, my #1 fan. So that's what I'm going to do for you guys today. So I blow dry my hair every day, and before I start blow drying, I use this Straight Guard. It's basically just a smoothing cream, but it is also a heat protectant. So I put this on before I blow dry. And then sometimes after I'm done blow drying, I will add in a dry shampoo. This is just the Batiste dry shampoo. It's in the scent Coconut and Exotic Tropical. Smells really nice. It's a really good dry shampoo. And then I also don't do this every time I blow dry, but if I know that I'm going to be curling my hair or going out and want more volume, I will add in a mousse. This is the Herbal Essences Set Me Up Mousse. This is number 3 on a scale of hold. So this is really nice. Pretty good strength as far as hold goes, and it does give you some volume at the root. Don't go too heavy with this though. It can get really sticky and kind of gross, and if you're putting this on your roots, that's going to look really oily and not very pleasant. So just go pretty light with this. Make sure you're putting it on evenly. That is probably my biggest suggestion with that mousse. But it's a really good brand, smells really good. And as far as the hold goes, it's really awesome too. This is something I use every time I curl my hair. Now, my hair holds a curl pretty well, but I like to spritz on some hairspray just to make sure that it's staying in put all day. This is the wand that I use. Now, this is the, sorry, I'm trying to read the print and it is really teeny. Royale Professional 4-piece curler set. I got this at one of those little shops in the mall. It also came with one of those straightening brushes, the ones that look like a regular brush, but as you brush through your hair, it straightens it. So I got them together. It was a super good deal. I mean, if you went to their website, you probably could find it. I can always look before I post this and link something down in the description box. So if it's something that you guys are looking to get, you can find it. But I mean, any wand would be fine in my opinion. Now this is a 1.5 inch barrel, I'm pretty sure. I will double check on that, but I like to go big. I like beachy waves, loose curls. I do not like tight little ringlets. So this is the one that I go for, that 1 inch. You could always do a 1 inch too. That would even be fine. But 1 inch, 1.5 inch. If you have really thick hair, you could even go for a 2 inch and it would give you the same exact look. But so just gonna go in with a paddle brush. This one was not that expensive, doesn't have to be crazy expensive. And I'm just gonna brush through my hair. My hair gets pretty knotty pretty easily, so I just want to make sure that there's no knots. Now these little hair clips came with the curling iron and the brush. I'm just going to split my hair in half. I do this in 2 sections just because it's a little bit easier. Now I put this curling iron on the hottest setting. I've already got heat protectant in my hair. Obviously, that's really important. You want to protect your hair, especially if you're somebody like me who blow dries, you know, and straightens and curls, doing all of that. You definitely don't want to damage your hair. All right, and then I'm just going to grab a section. Oh, this is probably a 1-inch section, I would say. Gonna brush through it, and I'm gonna take my wand and I'm gonna wrap it around to start, and I'm gonna leave a decent portion of this end sticking out. And I'm gonna hold it there for a couple of seconds, and then I'm gonna let it loose in my hand, and I'm gonna scrunch it. This gives the hair just a little bit of time to set. This is the curl that comes out, super shiny, super curly. I want it to be a little bit on the looser side, so I'm not gonna set it or anything. I'm just gonna let it hang. Now I'm going to take another section. Again, this is probably another 1-inch section. This time, instead of going backward though, I'm going to go forward. So I'm gonna wrap the hair around that way. This just makes it look a little bit more beachy. That's the look that I like. I mean, of course, when you know, have that beach wave look, not everything is going in the same direction, not everything is that uniform, so this kind of makes it, I don't want to say a little bit messier, but just gives it a little bit more of that beachy feel. Just going to twirl it around my finger, and there is the second curl. Now I'm gonna speed up through all this because I'm pretty much doing the same exact thing. Once I get to this top section, I will stop the fast forwarding and explain to you guys exactly what I'm doing. But for now, I'm just gonna speed through this because it's pretty much the same thing and I don't want Now I'm just running my fingers through it because I don't want them to be super tight. I want them to be pretty loose. I think that looks pretty good so far. So moving on to this top section here. I'm just gonna go ahead and brush through it really quick. All right, so starting with this front piece, I'm going to take it, do the same thing, but I'm not going to go all the way up to my scalp. I'm going to go a little bit down. And again, I still like to leave this little tail out. Just gives it a little more beachy look. Now this one, I'm not going to scrunch in my hand. I'm just going to let that come out. I'm just going to let it sit like that. I don't like the pieces around my face to be super tight. I like them to be a little bit more loose. More loose than all the other pieces throughout my hair. So that's why I do that one that way. Of course, you don't have to. Again, personal preference. I mean, you can tweak this however you want, make it your own. Whatever works for you and your hair style, hair type, whatever you like. This next piece I'm also going to curl away from my face. but I'm gonna go all the way up to my scalp. Still gonna leave that little tail out though. Just makes it a little bit more beachy. This one I am going to scrunch just a little bit. I'm not going to hold it there too long. Now, if a piece comes out like this one, that's a little bit more curled than you want it to be, obviously just run your hands through it and you'll loosen that curl up a little bit just because it hasn't really had enough time to set yet. This one, I'm going to do in the opposite direction now and curl it towards my face instead of away, still leaving out that tail, but I'm going to go right up to my scalp. I'm not going to hold it there too long, and then I'm going to let it go, let it fall, and there is that. Now I am going to speed up this process again, just because I'm going to be doing the same thing throughout the rest of through everything again. Just want to make sure that everything is super loose, that there's no just super tight curls or ringlets or anything in there. And I think this is pretty much good. So this is basically how I do it every single day. Last thing I'm going to do is spritz some hairspray. Now I don't want to go too crazy with this. I'm just going to go super light. Just because I like that super soft texture, like of my hair. I like it to feel really soft. I don't want it to be like overly crunchy and gross and whatnot. So next thing I do, this is the last step. I'm gonna go in like I'm about to tease my hair, and I'm gonna spray my roots with some hairspray. And I'm gonna flip this over that way. And then I'm gonna go in with another section, and I'm just gonna lift it up, spray my roots, and flip it over that way for a second. And then after I let it sit a second, I'm gonna flip it back over. And kind of push up and mess with it a little bit. Now that just gives me a little bit more volume. My hair is pretty flat, so this is just a little bit something extra that I like to do to make it look like my hair is a little bit more voluminous than what it is. This one I'm just gonna let sit forward for a second. I'm gonna go one more section down. Again, this is just, you know, a loose beach wave, so don't be afraid of messing anything up. It's supposed to look, you know, beachy and loose and a little bit messy. So now if you get a piece like this, you could always go back in and curl it. I like the way it looks, so I'm gonna keep it. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Go in with a little spritz, flip it over, go in with a little spritz, flip it over, and I'm gonna do one more time because I do part my hair over to this side, so I have a little bit more hair on this side than I do the other. And I'm just gonna rub it in a little, almost like you would if you're putting dry shampoo in your roots. And I'll lift that back over, and it just adds a little bit something extra. It's not too crazy, but everything just looks a little bit more voluminous and plump, and it is awesome. It's just something that's pretty quick, something that's really easy. Helps you put a little, helps you look a little bit more put together, cute. Of course, if you wanted to do this kind of hair on a night out, you could play it down, you could play it up, curl it a little bit more, get a little bit of a tighter curl, and of course you could even go a little bit looser than this. Please, please, please suggest videos and let me know how everything goes, whether it's with the falsies that I just filmed, or you try out this hair tutorial or some of the products that I mentioned. Just let me know. I'm all here about it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed me in this tutorial. If you like me and want to see more of my videos, please, 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 please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. I will greatly appreciate it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.